Hello, hello. Welcome to Awakening to Quantum with Nina. So today I'm going to talk to you about September, the energy that I feel that we are getting into in the month of September 2023. So I hope you appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being part of this channel, for supporting this channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. I do channel work, and I'm also a psychic medium and a healer and a master teacher. And so this is my way of teaching right now. I am not currently working as in doing, face-to-face kind of teachings, but I do this as my teaching tool. So there you go. Anyways, so let's talk about September. I want to recap a little bit about August first before we get into it. I have channeled a little bit here with Spirit and gotten some more information for September, but let's look a little bit at August 1st. So we were talking about the fire and the water element for August. Very much fire energy in the beginning of August, and then more watery energy after. And I think we've seen that in the world as well with fires, forest fires, devastating fires in Hawaii, in Canada, and many other places. So also I know in Greece, there's been fires in Spain, there's been fires, there's almost everywhere. So a lot of fiery energy this summer. And I felt that kind of being the case up until a week or two into August, and then things would kind of start calming down some, and then more water energy. And I also saw some flooding for August, and that has definitely happened in the country I live in, which is Norway. We have had lots of floodings in August, and roads and houses and places of business have been just swept away. So I know that has also happened other places in the world. So it is a lot of that water energy coming to the surface now. And for me, water is also very much about healing. So I feel like this is also part of a bigger perspective of healing the planet. And that's also something I'm getting into in the month of September. So when I sat down and I channeled with Spirit earlier today regarding September, the first message that came through loud and clear, and this was kind of the main topic of the month, is September is a healing month. It's the time for allowing the water element to heal us. Be receptive for the healing energy, not just in water, but of course in the light as well. And being open to the fact that it's time for a change, okay? So what they said also is use clear crystals and blue crystals this month. That's kind of the crystals that came to me. And the clear colors, the see-through crystals, and also the blue is very much, of course, connected to the water element as well. But that's kind of what I saw. They are saying that this is the month for self-care. So healing and self-care. They're asking us to seek nature and stillness. Asking us to seek the quiet and the peaceful energies, staying in the peaceful energies. And through nature and stillness, we're going to find peace and harmony, is what they're saying. And the more, they said, the more we can stay in that energy, the more we can allow ourselves to receive and focus on the harmony and peace and stillness, we are actually also with that lifting the energies of the planet. So they said that lifting the energies, focusing on your own healing will also help heal the planet. Because it is a resonance thing. It is an energetic thing. So the more we can stay in the energy of nature, stillness, peace, happiness, and healing, the more we are resonating that also outwards towards the planet. So we will be part of healing the planet if we stay in those energies. So they are asking us not to engage in the energies of fear. Fear and anger and that kind of fiery element. They're asking us to stay away from those kind of news. Keeping focus on you and your family or family of choice. So that means also people who bring you joy. So you stay in that energy of joy. But what they also said is that September is a good time for picking up a hobby that's soothing to you. That will also help you to stay in that energy of happiness and joy, and not to diminish, our negative emotions or fear or anxiety of those kind of things. If they need space to come up and be felt, do that. I mean, set aside the time to do that. But once you have felt it through, can you then step into the energy of joy and happiness and peace? So they're asking us very much to stay away from, not let the ego kind of drag you into news that are fearful. Don't let yourself be hung up on whatever's going on in the world. If there's things you cannot change, then step out of that energy is what they're asking us to do. So keeping focus on you and your family or family of choice and people who bring you joy. And they're saying if you can try and use less time on your computer and your phone, TV, those kind of things, and find your peace in nature instead, that will be easier for you then to kind of find that happiness and joy. And if you don't have that much nature around you, at least being outside, in fresh air, that is also a thing that will get you connected. So they're asking us to also connect with all that is through nature. So when you are in nature, see if you can kind of send your energy out to a tree or to a flower or whatever and feel the resonance coming back to you. And then you will automatically be remembered that you are part of everything, the oneness, So they're kind of asking us to step into that energy as much as possible. They say also that this month is a huge potential for huge spiritual growth and healing. So, yeah, and of course, if you stay away from the ego energies, and they say that it's a conscious choice, they are saying, to do so. So my feeling, from what they are showing me, my feeling is that this is a month of stillness, going within, healing, self-care, potential, as they say, for choosing your chosen family, your family of joy, and also choosing maybe a new hobby or a new direction that you can step into that brings you joy, that's soothing to you, and staying in that energy and not letting yourself be dragged into the energy of fear, the energy of anger, the energy of resentment, of lack, those kind of energies. This is kind of the month to do it. This is the month to kind of do that job, if you will, of stepping out of that old, what I would call old negative masculine energy, and stepping into the soothing, motherly feminine energy. And it doesn't mean if you're male or female, but it means the new masculine energy is more resembling what we know as nurturing, and what we know as a feminine energy. So they're kind of joining more into one energy in the future, not so much masculine, feminine, not so opposite each other, if you will. They're more kind of merging into one energy. And so we're letting go of that, what I call the old masculine energy. And we need to kind of not engage in that energy. So if you have people around you that are very in their ego, we're very much in the 3D world, who doesn't understand anything about this awakening journey, who are maybe very focused on doing and, on money and work and those kind of things, maybe you can spend less time with them this coming month. Maybe you can spend more time with those who are playful, those who like to laugh, have fun, try new things, those kind of people. And that will help lift you up as well. So try and avoid as much as possible people who kind of drag you down. I mean, people where you feel like when you've been together with them, you need an hour of sleep, those kind of people. See if you can kind of lessen the time you spend as well, as much as possible with them, because that's not going to help you on your healing process this month. So that's a big message. But I do have cards that I'm going to pull today as well. Let's see what they say through the cards. But that's kind of the main messages I got when I did my channeling today. So definitely the month of healing, September. Okay, so let us pull some cards and see what pops up when I shuffle here. Oh, the one that just popped on up. So I got goblins here. So let's pull another card to see what they are talking about with goblins. Let's see, what do you mean, Spirit? What do you mean with goblins, please? Oh, one that just popped on out. Sad embrace. Okay. Okay, one more card. One more card to clarify what you mean here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the goblins for me is very much... Okay, there was two cards that just flew on out here. Just a second. I had to pick them up from the floor. Okay, so let's look at the two cards here that popped on out. Yeah, Ride the Wave and Bone Collector. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's a story evolving here. I don't know if you can see that. There's kind of a story evolving here. So the goblins for me represent the ego. It represents things, obstacles kind of coming in your way. It's like these little goblins in the machinery, you know, they're stopping the machine from working, kind of, you know. That's kind of the image that I see. And so I feel like that's kind of the ego energy. It doesn't have to be your ego. It can be ego energy in general, you know, the planetary ego energy or ego energy of people around you. And I feel like the sad embrace here is that maybe for some of you, you feel like there's just too many obstacles, just too many goblins in the machinery for you to be able to step into that energy of joy and happiness. Just a minute, I just need some water. Yeah. And so what they're saying then with the sad embrace is that, as I said before, of course, we don't diminish or push aside the emotional that comes up. We love it and we encourage it to come forward so that it can be felt through and healed. And that's part of the healing process. That's kind of the energy of September. So the sad embrace is more where we allow ourselves to feel it through. So if you have many of these obstacles, many of these goblins in your life, that's kind of putting obstacles in your way, then feel through the emotional part of it. I mean, you can change the goblins, the people who are putting obstacles in your way. They are entitled to do so. I mean, that's fine. Let them do what they do. But you don't have to engage. You don't have to allow them in. You can set your boundaries up and you can feel through the emotional part of it so that you can let it go and you can stop engaging in those people that put obstacles in your way. But what they're saying here is that you have to allow this feeling to come up, though. You have to kind of set aside the time and space to allow it to come up, and that is the healing in itself. And then they're asking you to just kind of ride the wave. And wave is funny because of the water element that I've been saying also all along here. Ride this wave of healing and water elements that's kind of in the times right now. And also ride the wave of the emotions coming up. Just allow it to be as it is, and from the higher self perspective, love it as it is. And then love yourself through it. A big message. And then we are stepping into the bone collector, which is the higher self, which is the wisdom, the person of wisdom, the ancestor energy, the ancestor spirit. And the bone collector for me is very much like the hermit card in the tarot deck. It's very much about stepping into the wise part of you, which is the ancient part of you, which is the higher self, the light being. And so that's it kind of tells the story here with these 4 cards, what we are invited to do this month. So the obstacles and goblins are there. Yes, that is the fear, the ego energy, those kind of things. And we need to feel it through. We need to release it if it feels hurtful to us, or if it's old wounds that's coming to the surface. But then just ride the wave, allow it to be, allow it to happen, allow it to come up, and use the water energy, water element, and the crystals to help release, and of course the angels and spirit. And then we can step into the higher self and the light being within, that we truly are. Now underneath the deck I saw just now, it's intention. So set your intentions whenever you're doing meditations this month. Set your intentions for the meditation, and also ask yourself, what is my intention? What is my intention of the healing process? What is my intention of being here? What is my intention of sharing whatever it is that you share with people? Use journaling as a tool then to set your intention and to kind of find out, what is my intention really? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? That kind of feeling. Okay. Yeah, I want to also use the, I have the mini version of, oops, my cards are just falling out. Okay, let's see what I can do here. I have the mini version of these energy oracle cards, so I'm just going to pull a couple of those as well. Because it's so much about energy right now, so I feel like the energy cards are really appropriate. I have a bigger version of them also, but I don't know where it is right now. So I'm just going to use the mini version. So Spirit, what can you tell us? What can you tell us about energies? Energies. Is there any other information about energies for September? Guide my hand, Spirit. Guide my hand. Additional messages, please. Okay, we have the angel of strength here. An angel of strength for me is also very much Archangel Michael, actually. Many angels are strong, but Michael especially, for me, is very much strength. So with that, I feel like he's saying that he's with us. But also finding the strength within you to, you know, to stand in the process of healing, to be able to have the courage to actually go through whatever it is that needs healing within you, right? Whether it be emotional or physical or mental or whatever it is. So have the courage and the strength to stand. And they're saying also with this that you do have that strength. And if you feel that you don't, then they want to say, call upon them, call upon the angels to give you that strength. And then especially then Michael, I feel. Okay, what else, Spirit? Okay, man holding a coin. Coin for me being the earth element. Can be renewed health, or in this case probably, since this is a healing month. But the earth element is also our ground pillars. So it might be that your ground pillars will be rocked a little bit in order for something to be released this month. Okay? So if that happens, then look upon it as something that's happening for you and not to you. It's happening because it's some energy that you need to release, okay? So that's something that came to me, so that was a message for somebody. But man holding a coin is also an offer. It's an offer of renewed health, offer of renewed energy, offer of renewed home environment, and also money and job environment. So it might also be that you know, the ground pillar element things might be change in this coming month as well. So be open for that, and remember that it's happening for you, not to you. Okay? One more card, please. Yeah. Anxiety might come up this month. And that is because we are in this healing process, and that, first of all, it can feel, you know, you can feel fear of the healing process itself, because it means that a lot of maybe the old is coming up, and that can be really scary and hurt. And so we might shy away from it and try to avoid it because it hurts. But then they're asking you to feel it through and to be able to stay in it. As I said here, ride the wave, right? Is so. I mean, invite a therapist in if you feel like you need somebody to help you with it. But I think it's very important that you allow it to come up now, because I think this is a huge month for healing. So this is the time to do it. That's kind of what I feel. So you have to allow that anxiety then to actually come up as it is, and then love yourself through that. Okay? One more card, please, Spirit. The garden and the gate. Yeah, this, you see, this is the gate through. I mean, this will open the gate, I feel, to an entire new way of living, to an entire new way of being. Because this will release so much of that old energy that we so desperately need to shake off this entire planet. And so this will open the portal to something new. I was encouraged to look underneath. The door to value. The door to value, I mean, it's so funny. They kind of, it tells a story. So it will open the door to value as well. Value meaning not only money, but the value. I mean, what do you value in life? Most people value the most in life love and peace and harmony. So it will open that portal and gate to a life in harmony, a life in balance, a life with more happiness in general. But in order for us to get there, we need to shake off this old energy, and the only way we can do it is to feel it through. So that's why healing is kind of put on the agenda, if you will, for this month. I want to pull one more card here. Oh, wow. Cornucopia, so abundance, yeah. So this is what's coming, you see. But we have to go through it in order for us to get there. So, yeah, I was encouraged to show you what was underneath the deck now, and that's the thinking woman, and that's, of course, the ego. So we mustn't allow the ego to drive us down a path that is the wrong path right now, because now we need to put healing on the agenda. And so ego might try to pull you away from it because it's scary. You know, ego wants to get you back where you were. Ego wants to have control over you, you know, that kind of stuff. So don't let yourself get too much in your head is the message there. It's important to stay in the energy of love in your heart and the energy of healing. Okay. So let me just double check with them right now if there's something additional here. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you. So they're saying also white crystals, actually. So clear crystals, white crystals, and blue crystals is what they're showing me. They're saying snow quartz as well. Okay, yeah, thank you. So what else, Spirit, for September? Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's good information. So what they're saying is that the reason also why they want to keep us a little bit away from the news is because it's going to be a lot of news that doesn't make sense, is what they're saying. It's like two opposites of something. Two opposites will be in the news simultaneously. Is that correct? Simultaneously? At the same time. So it's like that they will speak here and they will speak here and they will speak here and they will speak here, and you're in the middle of like, okay, where do I go? What, this doesn't make sense. Why is it this and that? That doesn't compute for me. So it's going to be a lot of kind of bombardment of information that is just kind of, that doesn't make sense at all, because yesterday they said this and today they're saying that, and this doesn't make sense. And if we get dragged into that, then that's when we're getting away from the healing process. We need to step back, because what they're showing me is going to be kind of a chaotic period of little shots of information regarding a lot of different things that doesn't make sense. And so we're going to get really confused if we try to understand or try to follow these news, is what they're telling me. It might also be a lot of cover-up information coming to the surface, meaning people who are trying to get our attention away from what's really going on. And you know that I've been talking about this for a long time, that there is a lot of stuff coming to the surface that has been hidden for a long time. Whether it be that we have starfamily, whether it be the abuse of women, children, sex trafficking, you know, all of these really dark things are coming to the surface, with the war and the warmongering and people just being evil and nasty to each other. So they want to kind of draw your attention away from all those truths coming to the surface. And that's why they're bombarding us with a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. It can also be that they're trying to push you into looking at things that normally you wouldn't engage in. Like they will put two opposite sides of something against each other on purpose to make people get engaged with either that side or that side and create kind of a war that everybody gets into in order for you not to look at what's truly happening. Okay, do you understand that? So there's a lot of those kind of false flag operations and news and information just here, there, look here, look here, look here. Don't get down there. Don't look there. No, look here, look here. And we get bombarded with it, is what they're showing me. And so you're going to get confused. You're going to get angry. You're going to get more and more dragged into fear by looking at the news. Okay? Because it's going to be chaos, is what they're showing me. Okay? Okay, what else, Spirit? Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're saying that I got the main kind of focus for the month, but what they're also saying is, because I asked, okay, what can we do to help? Or what can we do to kind of get past this? So they're saying, repeating again, of course, nature and being in stillness and focusing on the oneness. But they also say animals will be very helpful for you, okay? So they're encouraging you to be close to nature and animals as much as humanly possible, because animals know the truth. The animals and nature knows the truth. They will never lie. They're not capable. They're not capable of lying. So in nature and animals is where we find the truth, okay? And in like-minded people who are awoken, who see what we see, who have that energy of the joy and happiness, like they said in the beginning. Choose who you spend your time with, and diminish or kind of shorten the time that you time span that you have with people who are negative and in this fear, and in did you watch the news today? Oh my God! And those kind of people. No, that's not what you need for September. Okay, no, you need another kind of group for September. So that's kind of the encouragement from Spirit. And again, they're reminding us that we are here. You are not alone in this. We are here. And I know many of us, we are so bad at asking for help. We are so bad at opening up for them to actually come towards us and help us and be part of our lives. And so they're encouraging us again to please open up for us to be part of this and to help. And remember that we are always here. We are with you in this shift, in this period. The main shift, when it comes to the 5D energy grid, is already here. As I said last September, actually a year ago. But it is the aftermath of this grid. The grid is here, but it's not all the way through the entire planet yet. So it's kind of emanating out and more people are waking up. But it takes time. It's a process, and for us who are awake and who are on this process of awakening, we need to stay in that energy more and more and more and more. And in order for us to do that, we might also need to change some old habits, put it on the agenda to meditate every morning, or have an alarm on our phone to now is the time to meditate, and, close down the computer, those kind of things. We need to really actively step into living in a new way now. And that's something they really want to encourage as well. And it can be very difficult to make those changes. And so they say, ask us for help, because we're there. We're here all the time. We're just kind of a hand, an arm away. So remember that they're here, and there's lots of angels and star beings, actively supporting the planet right now in this shift that's going on. And so they really, really want to help. So allow them in. Use cards if you feel like you have problems connecting to them. Do as I do, pull, just shuffle and ask them to guide your hand, and then they will kind of talk to you through that. Or Meditation, of course, nature, as I said, animals, to connect and feeling that oneness, that we are connected. Everyone is connected. We are also connected to the angels and the star beings, you know. And it helps so much to feel that connection when you get into the meditation, where you feel, oh, I feel their support, I feel they're here, and then you feel like you can take on pretty much anything, right? So that's an encouragement as well. So I feel like that was it for September, people. A huge month and a huge potential for spiritual growth and for finally kind of feeling through these last things so that we can step into this joy and happiness and these portals and doors opening for us. It's a whole new way of living, people, and we need to start living it pretty much, okay? So that's it. I mean, if you have any questions, please comment in the comment section. I will answer them, of course, if you need my help and support. And thank you so much for being part of this video today. I'm wishing you a beautiful month and a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Until the next time I see you.